animals. You can see a bunch of chicken coops here. All this area that you see is covered by the sprinkler system. There's a pump and there's enough pressure to run all this section that we see here in this part of the backyard at one time, and then the system automatically alternates and goes to the side yard and then goes to the front yard, and it's just a very, very good system. Every square inch is watered. Property line is down there where you see the fence, very close to where you see those 3 big trees on the left. As we go more to the back of their property, I'll point out a few things. One is the property line on the right hand side is very close to the right hand side of the camera, basically behind the chicken coops. So we got a wide piece of property here now, but as we continue to head back in this direction more or less, a little bit more to the right of where we're heading now, you will see that it gets narrower and narrower. So this to the right is the property line. And then this fence leads to another section of their property. Here, let's take a peek back here again. That's the big section of the backyard. Here we passed through the fence that we were just looking at, and this is the garden area, so it's fenced off so the chickens don't come in. So here you can see they got definitely a wide variety of things growing. How they have this set up is the caregivers, they sell the extra milk and the eggs and the vegetables and whatnot, and they make about $130 of profit for the landowners. The landowners are currently paying the caregiver family $250 a month for their work. There's a man, his wife, and 2 grown children. That fence is the property line, and I'm right up, my back is right up right now against the other property, so I'm getting narrow. I'm getting squeezed in here. It gets pretty narrow towards the end. Can't really tell, but this is a great view of the hill. Now we'll go ahead and head back towards the house, look at some of the other parts of the grounds. You can see even back here in the very back corner of the property, they got sprinklers set up in the sprinkler irrigation system. Now we're into a little section which is currently unused. We'll pass through this next gate, and then we'll be into the big backyard area where we saw the chickens in the chicken coops again, heading back towards the house and the front yard. So now we're facing towards the highway. You can see way off in the distance the vehicles going down the highway. There is a little bit of highway noise when you're out here in the yard, but it's not very much, and in the house you don't hear it. Nicely built chicken coops. This house does have potable city water as well as the irrigation water. There is a well pump head in the main parking area, the main courtyard where you would park your cars. That actually is not really a functioning well. It's just for looks. That water comes from it's the same irrigation water as is used for the rest of the outside. Again, showing you the extremely tall trees that are on this property. We're right by rivers here, and so these eucalyptus trees are able to grow. They require a lot of water. Now we're going by the side yard again along this little path. We'll pass the storage area on the left here. There's a lot of storage areas. This is one that is not completely enclosed by walls like the ones in the barn. This place has more than enough storage, more than enough patios, more than enough parking, more than enough porches and all those type of things, and a decent amount of land. The other half of the front yard is on the other side of this road, which goes to the bridge. This road goes down there to the bridge. Here's more on the bridge. You can see the river running down. In a minute we'll go up and look at this other part of the front yard, which is being used as a garden. Bunch of big trees, a couple different varieties, all on the property. Your own private drawbridge, except it's not a drawbridge. Over here off to the right, there's a lot of different fruits and vegetables growing. This section is also irrigated. It's a really majestic view when you drive up into this house. It's a great feeling to drive into it. You can see that this front yard is just absolutely huge. It's the mother cow. The baby cow is right there. These cows don't produce a whole lot of milk, but they do produce milk. Close-ups of the sprinkler system here to show you. Passing this lamp post, they got two outdoor style lights on the property. Big, like street lights like you see on the side of the street. Now we'll go ahead and go to the right of the house, and we'll see what we can see back here. This is the other side yard. These are tree tomatoes growing mostly up close, and then there's other varieties of fruits and vegetables growing back further up. Now we're facing away from the main highway. Now we're facing the main highway, looking at the front area that's used as a garden. There's the property line, that fence there. Not this fence, the fence that was on the right of us. The fence you see way back there is the other property line. You can see there's a sprinkler too. And that's about it.